On December 2nd, 2008, Blaine Millam and Jessica Bain Carson placed a chilling call to the 911 operator in Tatum, Texas. He stated, "My name is Blaine Millam and my daughter, I just found her dead." When authorities arrived to Millam and Carson's trailer, they were met with what they would later describe as the worst crime scene they had ever encountered. Inside the home, they would discover the lifeless body of 13-month-old Amora Bain Carson, covered in blunt force trauma injuries and human bite marks. Millam and Carson were taken into custody for questioning. Their initial story was that they had left Amora unattended at the trailer while they went to the local pawn shop. They claimed that someone must have broken into their home and attacked the defenseless 13-month-old, ultimately killing her. Eventually, Carson broke and admitted that Millam had killed Amora in an exorcism gone horribly wrong. Carson detailed how Millam believed that Amora was possessed by demons and how she eventually came to believe in that delusion as well. The couple decided that the only way to save Amora was to perform an exorcism, and in preparation for said exorcism, they took items to the local pawn shop to sell in hopes of getting enough money to hire a priest to perform the exorcism. At some point, Millam decided to proceed with the exorcism without the priest and ultimately tortured Amora to death. Carson admitted to doing nothing to stop Millam from hurting Amora and even confessed after Amora was dead that they went to the pawn shop to try and sell more items to hire a priest just in case the first exorcism was not done correctly. After Carson's confession, the Rusk County grand jury indicted both her and Millam on capital murder charges, and they were held on $2 million bonds each. During the trial, the ghastly details of Amora's autopsy were disclosed. She suffered bite marks all over her body, consistent with tooth-tearing skin, and a forensic dentist confirmed that they were consistent with a human bite. In addition, Amora endured 18 rib fractures, extensive bleeding under the scalp, multiple skull fractures to the back of the head, later determined to be caused by a hammer. She also suffered a liver laceration, a broken arm and a broken leg, and a bleeding blood vessel in her neck, which was indicative of possible strangulation. Due to the sheer amount of injuries that Amora suffered, her cause of death was ruled as homicidal violence, including multiple blunt force injuries and possible strangulation. Carson was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, which she tried to appeal, but it was denied. Millam was sentenced to death with 2 stays of execution granted. He currently remains on death row. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.